Good morning, my dear students. Today in DP, we are going to start a new chapter, that is constitutional design. And the major aspects which we are going to cover in this chapter, the first one is why do we need constitution? Then framing of Indian constitution, value of Indian constitution, and philosophy of Indian constitution. Children, here you can see the first one, that is constitutional design in South Africa. Although this topic is given in your book, but this year CBSE has deleted this portion. That means we are not going to study about the making of South African constitution. We will start with the Indian constitution. Now children, what is constitution? In a democracy, there are certain basic rules that the citizen and the government have to follow. All such rules together are known as constitution. It is the supreme law of the country. It determines the rights of a citizen, the powers of the government, and how the government should function. That means a constitution is a document containing the sets of principles according to which a state is governed. The constitution reflects the philosophy on which country's administration works and expresses the aspirations of the people for creating a good society. Now children, why do we need a constitution? You know that the constitution of a country is a set of written rules that are accepted by all the people living together in a country. Constitution is the supreme law that determines the relationship among people living in a territory called citizens, and also the relationship between the people and the government. A constitution does many things. The first one, it generates a degree of trust and coordination that is necessary for different kind of people to live together. Then the second one, it specifies how the government will be constituted, who will have the power to take which decisions. Then it lays down limit on the powers of the government and tells us what the right of the citizens are. And the last one, or the fourth one, it expresses the aspirations of the people about creating a good society. Children, once again I am repeating this, why do we need a constitution, and you have to learn this one. We need constitution because it generates a degree of trust and coordination that is necessary for the different kind of people to live together. Second, it specifies how the government will be constituted, who will have power to take which decision. It lays down limits on the powers of the government and tells us what the rights of the citizens are. Then the fourth one, it expresses the aspiration of the people about creating a good society. Children, all countries that have constitutions are not necessarily democratic, but all countries that are democratic will have constitution. After the War of Independence against Great Britain, the Americans gave themselves a constitution. After the revolution, the French people approved a democratic constitution. Since then, it has become a practice in all the democracies to have a written constitution. Now children, making of the Indian constitution. The Indian constitution was made under a difficult circumstances? Because it was not an easy task to make the constitution for a huge and diverse country like India. At that time, the people of India were emerging from the status of subject to that of citizen. Children, you know that the country was born through a partition on the basis of religious differences. This was a traumatic experience for the people of India and Pakistan. At least 10 lakh people were killed on both sides of the border in the partition related violence. Then the British had left it to the rulers of the princely state to decide whether they wanted to merge with India or with Pakistan or remain independent. The merger of these princely states was difficult and uncertain task. When the constitution was being written, the future of the country did not look as secure as it does today. The makers of the constitution had an anxiety about the present and the future of the country. Children, once again I am repeating the difficulties faced during the making of Indian constitution. Listen it very carefully. The first one, the making of the constitution for a huge and diverse country like India was not an easy affair. Second, at that time, the people of India were emerging from the status of subject to that of citizen. Next, the country was born through the partition on the basis of religious differences. Next, the British had left it to the rulers of the princely states to decide whether they wanted to merge with India or with Pakistan or remain independent. The merger of these princely states was difficult and uncertain task. When the constitution was being written, the future of the country did not look as secure as it does today. Now children, path to constitution. Despite all these difficulties means the problems which we faced while making our constitution, there was one big advantage for the makers of Indian constitution. They did not have to create a consensus about what a democratic India should look like. Much of this consensus had evolved during the freedom struggle. Our national movement was not merely a struggle against a foreign rule. It was also a struggle to rejuvenate our country and to transform our society and politics. Children, although there were sharp differences of opinion with the freedom struggle about the path India should take after independence, but such differences exist even today. Yet, some basic ideas had come to be accepted by almost everyone. As far back as in 1928, Motilal Nehru and 8 other Congress leaders drafted a constitution for India. In 1931, the resolution at the Karachi session of the Indian National Congress dealt on how independent India's constitution should look like. Both these documents were committed to the inclusion of universal adult franchise, right to freedom and equality, and to the protecting the rights of minorities in the constitution of independent India. Thus, some basic values were accepted by all the leaders much before the Constituent Assembly met to deliberate on the constitution. Children, the familiarity with political institutions of colonial rule also helped develop an agreement over the institutional design. The British rule had given voting rights only to a few. On that basis, the British had introduced very weak legislatures. Elections were held in 1937 to the provisional legislature and the ministers all over British India. They were not fully democratic government, but the experience gained by Indians in the working of the legislative institutions proved to be very useful for the country in setting up its own institution and working in them. That is why the Indian Constitution adopted many institutional details and procedures from colonial law like the Government of India Act 1935. Children, years of thinking and deliberation on the framework of the Constitution had another benefit. Our leaders gained confidence to learn from the other countries, but on our own terms. Many of our leaders were inspired by the ideals of French Revolution, the practice of parliamentary democracy in Britain, and the Bill of Rights in the US. The socialist revolution in Russia had inspired many Indians to think of shaping a system based on social and economic equality. Yet, they were not simply imitating what others had done. At each step, they were questioning whether these things suited our country. All these factors contributed to the making of our Constitution. That's all for today, children. Thank you and have a nice day.